Thank you, Father. How can you say thank you to someone who gave you the most precious thing anyone can have, your own life? And what if you never had a chance to get to know him? This is the question I face a few times every year when our Jewish traditions compel us to remember those loved ones who are not with us anymore. I was only 3 months old when my father last saw me before he was taken to a forced labor camp. 2 years later, he died somewhere in Ukraine where he had been taken by the Hungarian army. He had never had an opportunity to be personally involved in my upbringing. I never heard his encouraging voice when I needed it the most. He could never share laughter with me. He could not express his joy about my accomplishments, and he never shared my sorrows. Although I have his DNA, there is something beyond the physical that made me what I am today, that kept me going when I was about to give up. It was my mother's heroic fight for a survival during the Holocaust and the subsequent communist regime, her unceasing love for me, and the loving memory of my father she implanted in me that helped me through the darkest moments of my life. As far back as I can remember, every time I was in a difficult situation, in physical pain or emotional distress, in seemingly hopeless situations, I conjured up an image. It was an image I had never seen, but it was more real than anything you can imagine, implemented in high-definition 3D movie. In this scene, I see my father walking in knee-high snow in the endless Ukrainian steppe, in his worn-out civilian shoes, wearing clothes that were not meant for the brutal Russian winter, hungry and fearful that he would be shot if he stopped for a little rest. At that moment, all of my pains dissipate, my hopelessness turns into vision, and my disappointment becomes negligible. I realize that the sad truth is that he never had a chance to pursue his dreams, that he was half of my age when he was robbed the opportunity to see me growing up and to have found his grandchildren. This imaginary scene gives me hope and strength when all else fails. In spite of the tragedy that robbed me of a normal childhood and took my father away, I am thankful for the memory of my father's unfinished life.